When you're out looking for Fenton, you want to know which artists demand the biggest prices in the market today. And there are several we're going to talk about today that you should look for when you're hunting for Fenton. This is a list of the top 10 Fenton artists on the market right now. These are the signatures everybody is looking for. Being an auctioneer and selling literally thousands of pieces of Fenton a year, these are the names that I've observed have been popular, and I put them in the top 10. Number one is definitely Louise Piper. She was inspired by German glass decorators as she was a child. She worked several years for the Jeanette Shade and Novelty Company and then for Westmoreland before coming to Fenton in 1968. She was the head of the decorating department, and if you find anything with Louise Piper as a signature on the bottom, you found a piece that you can truly treasure and know that it will only increase in value during the years. Number two on our list is the great Marilyn Wagner. Born in 1938, she spent most of her working life painting for Fenton Art Glass. She was very popular and she was known for her creative designs and also her ability to paint on just about anything. She didn't just paint on Fenton glass. She loved to paint and she would paint on just about anything that she could find. I had the pleasure of meeting Marilyn and interviewing her for social media, and a whole new audience was touched by her sweet demeanor, her wonderful persona. We all just fell in love with her. If you find a piece signed Marilyn Wagner, you definitely have a winner. Number three is Michael Dickinson. He worked for 11 years for Fenton, but it's really his success after leaving Fenton that makes anything with his signature on it a real gem. He's done murals on buildings, restored historic artwork, and has had his oil paintings in the governor's mansion. If you see a piece with his signature on the bottom, you better grab it quick. Number four, J.K. Spindler. She came to Fenton in 1979 with the encouragement of her family, and by 1994, she became a designer. Her inspirations came from nature, and her designs are always truly spectacular. She has received many, many awards, and after Fenton Art Glass closed its doors, she continued to work for the gift shop. Number five is Cece Hartman. Cece's work is undeniably some of the most beautifully painted pieces you're ever going to find out there. Her painting post-closure in more elaborate designs than she ever could at the factory has boosted the desire for collectors to cherish her factory-made pieces even more. Number six is Michelle Kibbe. She came to work for Fenton in 1993. She did a lot of limited edition pieces for Fenton and was recognized by becoming a designer in 2007. Michelle can paint just about anything you throw at her and has painted just about everything for Fenton through the years. She's remained active by working for the gift shop, so she has great name recognition. If you find a signature Michelle Kibbe on a piece, it's truly a prize. Number seven is Trudy T.J. Mendenhall. Trudy worked for Fenton for 50 years, first starting with the traditional glassware line, and then in the later years she moved to the delicate designs in their bead production. Trudy has boosted her popularity in recent years with the use of social media and online auctions, making her signature on a piece very valuable. To this day, she continues to paint Fenton glass using a high-fired kiln to assure that the paint is permanent on every piece that she paints. Number eight, Frances Burton. Burton loved watercolors and sketching long before she came to work for Fenton in 1973. She raised her family working part-time and became a full-time employee in 1984. She is known for her innovative work on reverse painting, and her reverse painted lamps are some of the most beautiful lamps you're ever going to find. She became a decorator and got her inspiration from her very own garden. She's an award-winning artist. Look for her signature for sure. Number nine is Dane Frederick. Dane worked for Fenton quite a while, and finding his signature is always a thrill. He's known for his organization and work ethic, and he really took pride in his work, and it shows. You'll come across his signature quite a bit, and it always signals quality. There were not a lot of men designers working at Fenton. They only accounted for about 10% of the workforce. Number 10 is Dan Anderson. Dan and his wife Vicki worked designing at Fenton, and his story is known throughout social media. And because he has a story, that makes his signature more valuable. He was an absolutely wonderful artist, but he would not succumb to the quotas set upon him by the factory. He just would not give up the quality of the piece for quantity. So, sticking to his principles, he took another job within the factory. So his story is what makes his pieces worth more, and his decision. So we're going to add an honorable mention to our list of the 10 top artists to collect, and that would be Linda Fleming. Linda Fleming worked for Fenton on and off for years. She's known for her beautiful floral designs. In recent years, she's had a very large social media presence, and that's really brought her some name recognition. And the Fenton collectors have really taken notice of her recently. She has always stayed steadfast to the time-honored ways of making her wares permanent by kiln firing every piece and being one of the very few artists to still practice this process in today's market. This assures that her items will stand the test of time and last for generations. So there you have it. That's the list of the top 10 signatures to collect in today's market. What do I see as trending in the future, and will names move around on this list maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the line? I do believe we're going to have some movement in this. I really believe that Trudy Mendenhall and Linda Fleming will move up on the list as they have stayed true to the kiln firing techniques. In today's market, there has been a lot of artists that have come into the mix that are independent artists or that are painting for the Fenton gift shop that are using water-based paints. This is not a permanent type of paint, and it is going to start showing wear through the years. And I really believe that the kiln-fired artists, their pieces are going to be more valuable. So we may have some movement in this top 10 from today's market, but there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Now get out there and find some Fenton. Good luck.